Do not be afraid of anything. Even when you are tossed by the waves in the middle of a storm, you are still cradled in the arms of the ocean. Anchor yourself in the awareness of God's presence, the force that sustains all things. Remain calm and say, I am fearless. I am made of the substance of God. I am a spark of the fire of the Spirit. I am an atom of the cosmic flame. I am a cell within the vast universal body of the Father. My Father and I are one. Fear is born in the heart. If you ever feel gripped by terror, of illness, of loss, or of any danger, breathe in deeply, slowly and rhythmically several times, releasing more tension with every exhale. This calms your circulation and steadies your energy. When the heart is truly peaceful, fear cannot exist. Whatever it is that frightens you, turn your mind away from it and place the matter in God's hands. Trust Him completely. Much of human suffering comes only from worry. Why suffer now for something that hasn't happened yet? Since most of our ailments are born from fear, the moment you release that fear, you are set free. The healing is instantaneous. Every night before sleep, affirm, the Heavenly Father is with me. I am protected. Visualize yourself surrounded by His Spirit, wrapped in divine light and cosmic energy. Chant Om 3 times, or softly repeat the word God. This will shield you. You will feel His wondrous protection. Do not be afraid. Whenever fear arises, place your hand over your heart, directly on your skin, rub gently from left to right, and say, Father, I am free. Erase this fear from the radio of my heart. Just as you clear static from an ordinary radio, keep rubbing and focusing on the thought that you wish to dissolve all fear. Soon it will fade away, and you will feel the radiant joy of God flowing through your being. When Yogananda says, do not be afraid of anything, he isn't telling us to suppress our emotions. He's inviting us to remember who we truly are beneath them. Because fear begins the moment we forget our divine nature. We start believing we are small, fragile, separate from life. But we are not. Even when the storm rages, even when everything seems uncertain, we are still held in the embrace of something infinite. Think of the ocean. The waves may crash and roar, but they can never leave the ocean itself. They are part of it, carried, sustained, and loved by it. In the same way, you and I are never outside of God. We are never beyond the care of the infinite. So when Yogananda says, anchor yourself in the awareness of God's presence, He is giving us the secret to peace. Fear comes when we forget that presence. But the moment we remember, the moment we breathe deeply and whisper, I am fearless, I am made of the substance of God, something inside us awakens. We return home. Fear doesn't come from the mind, it comes from the heart. It lives in the same place where love is born, which is why it feels so powerful. When the heart is restless, fear grows stronger. But when the heart is calm, fear cannot exist. That's why Yogananda tells us to place our hand over the heart, to breathe deeply, to remind the body that it is safe, and the soul that it is eternal. Next time you feel afraid, Azan, of illness, of loss, of failure, stop for a moment. Place your hand on your heart. Breathe slowly. Say softly, the Father is with me. I am protected. As you do, notice how the fear begins to fade, because fear and faith cannot live in the same space. When faith enters, fear must leave. Most of our suffering comes not from what is happening, but from what we fear might happen. Our minds imagine disasters that never come. We live them again and again, only in thought. But Yogananda reminds us, why suffer now for something that hasn't happened yet? Faith means trust, not blind belief, but the quiet certainty that there is a higher order behind every chaos, a divine intelligence guiding every turn of our path. Maybe you're walking through a season of uncertainty right now, Maybe something has been taken away, and you don't yet understand why. You don't have to. You only have to trust. When you say, "God, I give this to you," you release the burden of control store and open the door for divine guidance to enter. Fear closes, faith opens, and through that opening, healing flows. When the heart is calm, the energy of the soul can move freely. It heals, restores, and balances what fear once disturbed. That's why Yogananda said, "The moment you let go of fear, healing is instantaneous." He also gives us a simple but powerful practice. Each night before sleep, affirm, "The Heavenly Father is with me. I am protected." This is not superstition, it's spiritual training. Every repetition plants a seed in your subconscious, and slowly, that seed grows into unshakable peace. You begin to wake up lighter, calmer, more aware that you are surrounded by divine protection. Yogananda also tells us to chant Om 3 times or softly repeat the word God. These are sacred sounds, vibrations that align your energy with the frequency of the infinite. They cleanse the static of fear from the atmosphere of your heart. And then he gives us a beautiful image, the radio of the heart. When fear appears, it's like static interrupting a divine broadcast. It blocks the music of God that is always playing within you. By placing your hand over your heart and rubbing gently from left to right, you symbolically tune your inner radio back to its true frequency. As you do, say, "Father, I am free." Erase this fear from the radio of my heart. Feel the warmth of your own hand. Feel the rhythm of life pulsing beneath it, and keep rubbing until the static fades away, until all that remains is silence and peace. That silence is not emptiness, it is the presence of God. You can apply this in your everyday life. When anxiety wakes you in the morning, breathe deeply and say, "I am fearless. I am a spark of the fire of the Spirit." When you face rejection, failure, or pain, remind yourself, "Even in this storm, I am still in the embrace of the ocean." When you lie down at night and worry begins to whisper, affirm softly, "The Heavenly Father is with me. I am protected." Every time you do this, you're reprogramming your consciousness. You're teaching your mind to trust life again. You're awakening the divine courage that was always inside you. To be fearless doesn't mean you never feel fear. It means that even when fear visits, you remember God is greater. When you affirm, "I and my Father are one," you step into your true identity. You remember that you are not a fragile being trying to survive a hostile world. You are a divine soul, a living cell in the vast body of the infinite. You are made of the same light that sustains the stars. So when fear comes, fear of illness, of loss, of loneliness, of the unknown, place your hand on your heart and whisper, "I am made of the substance of God. I am fearless." Let these words become your anchor, because no matter how rough the waters, you are still in the ocean. You are never separate. You are never alone. When you remember who you are, fear dissolves into light. And in that light, you discover the truth that has always been waiting for you. You are free, you are divine, you are one with God,